The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101 Everlast.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Well, the Bulls did something they haven't done in 27 years. They beat the Heat 124-116. That's not it. But what they did in the first quarter, they jumped out.
What a weird way to get to the answer.
That's where we're getting to. 33-8 they got in the first quarter. That was the lead. And they haven't done that in 27 years since Jordan made a jumper in the opening period, giving the Bulls a 27-point lead, 35-8, winning the game against Golden State, and they won the NBA title that year too, 27 years ago.
You know, I was watching the first half of this game, and then I went out and saw some friends last night, so I missed the finish of it. I just assumed the Bulls got up to this big lead. They were going to blow it and lose to the Heat, a very pesky team. I'm glad to hear they hung on and won.
Yeah, classic move on their part in the 2023 Bulls or 2022 Bulls or 2021 Bulls.
2020.
Maybe some changes coming.
2019.
Thursday Night Football last night, Chargers without Justin Herbert, without Keenan Allen, figured they'd have a tough road. Not a 42-0 at half road. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And 63-21, Vegas almost got the record score in the NFL history there. They pulled up at the end. But so far, it's 9-14. The coach, not only not fired at halftime for the Chargers, not fired yet. How is that possible?
I don't know. It's crazy because it's not like they were playing the 49ers or the Eagles or the Cowboys. They were playing the Raiders, who aren't any good this year.
No, not at all. You know, Kenzie?
Oh, my God. I was thinking the same thing.
So Bears
You took the words out of my mouth.
Well,
and now what am I supposed to say?
You're left speechless.
Oh, that's unbelievable. I'm sorry.
Dang it.
I'm going to go home and say,
I wish I could have got there first.
I can't wait till later when he gets fired on our group text. Kenzie goes, Brandon Staley got fired. You guys hear about this case? Why don't you put a post up about it?
I don't think our listeners want Los Angeles Chargers breaking news.
Probably not. But the Bears-Browns this weekend, the Browns defense is insane. They're favored by 3 for this game. The Bears have to win this game if they want to have a playoff shot. They have to win out, and they can actually still make the playoffs if the Vikings lose 2 games the next 4. Isn't that nuts?
Right?
That's how bad the NFC is right now.
Well, right now, the Bears are in a weird position where they have the 5th pick in next year's draft, but they're also a game out of making the playoffs.
Weird.
The math on that doesn't make any sense.
No, well, they made some moves to get those picks and get that situation, but it is so wild how this could play out. And all I can say is next 4 games, if I could see consistent Justin Fields convince me he's not either the best quarterback or the worst quarterback in the history of the NFL, that's what you get every game. And I still am confused, so they have to be confused.
Kinsey, speaking of quarterbacks, Joe Flacco was named the Browns starting quarterback. What does that mean to you?
Oh, that the Browns have a new starting quarterback. So
Facts. He's the 4th string quarterback on that team.
He's like 40 years old, and he's just shucking down screen passes.
I love Joe Flacco. He's got no personality. He goes out there. His hair's like mine. Combs it to the side, little short, dark hair, just combs to the side. Looks 6'6.25".
My favorite is when Brian acts like his hair is getting out of control, and it's about an inch long. He's like, I can't. There's been times we've had like interviews. He goes, I have a haircut scheduled that day. Like, I have to. I'm like, what are you going to cut?
It's quite a bit there. It's shaggy in the back, little mullet going on. I could just go full mullet.
Shaggy?
A little shaggy. See that?
No.
It's not clean. Well, I put a lot of gel, a lot of product in there to make it.
Yeah, got a little got-to-be glue.
Good for you in the morning. That's
what
it
looks
looks
like.
like.
Do you have gel in your hair right now?
Yeah, I use a product. I use.
Do you honestly think you need gel? Like, do you think you need to tame?
Yes, because it's all
the half of an inch.
It's floppy otherwise. It gets real floppy.
But it doesn't have. There's nothing to flop.
It's kind of boyish, though.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's actually big puffy if I don't put the gel in.
I would love to see a puffy picture of your hair.
I will get one to you later when you tell me about the Chargers coach getting fired in the text thread.
Okay.
So tonight, Naperville, look out. Division III College Football National Championship. North Central College chance to win it all again. Shout out to Ernie and Mary. They're our crew member couples.
Go.
They have a beautiful daughter that is the color guard for.
Oh, don't hit on her. Oh God, you're so close. Underage.
Almost had it. She's not. She's in college. But I'm married, so I'm not doing anything.
No, keep
make that clear.
Keep on going.
Oh, jeez.
Spin down the drain a little bit more.
Beautiful daughter, love her in shorts. It's like, what are you doing? Stop it.
Look for her on ESPNU tonight at 6 p.m.
Follow her on Instagram.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Ryan and Kenzie on Q101. Time for the weekend Q101. Stuff going on in and around Chicagoland that you may not be aware of. Case puts up an awesome blog at Q101.com. And, of course, you find it on all our socials as well, in case you missed anything we're going to talk about. But, Case, why don't you start with the music around town this weekend?
Yeah, a bunch of good shows this weekend. All these bands linked at Q101.com as well if you want to check out their music. I will be at the Aragon Ballroom tonight for the band Hot Mulligan. They are playing. That show is nearly sold out. A few tickets still available. That is a new school emo band. So maybe you grew up on Taking Back Sunday or Movie Life or Brand New or something like that. If you're into that sort of thing, same thing but newer.
Okay.
They're great. They played Sad Summerfest at Northerly Island this summer. They played Riot Fest last year. And so they've got the Aragon tonight. That show was originally at House of Blues. They were going to do House of Blues tonight and tomorrow. They sold out in a second. I tried to buy tickets. I couldn't. So they moved the first show to Aragon Ballroom tonight. They'll be at House of Blues tomorrow. That's been sold out since it was announced, basically. Tomorrow night, local bands. Cobra Lounge has Braid. They played Riot Fest this year. They're a great 90s emo band. And then Lucky Boys Confusion at Concord Music Hall. They're tomorrow. Few tickets still available for that one as well.
Those are my boys. Go see Lucky Boys Confusion. You will have an awesome time.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun. That's a good show to end the year on. Like Hot Mulligan tonight, that's my last show I'm planning on going to this year. It's a good one to end the year on. Lucky Boys Confusion at Concord Music Hall. Like I said, limited tickets available for that one. It's going to be a good time.
Right on. Kenzie, what do you got going on?
Okay, party hard.
Who are you, NWK all of a sudden? Party hard, party hard.
Okay.
Did you see he got married, by the way?
Yeah, he married somebody famous.
Who did he? Oh.
I'm sorry. Andrew WK married, you know who he is, Kenzie. Had a song called Party Hard. That's what brought me there. Song played on Q101 often.
Kat Dennings.
Kat Dennings
Two
he
broke
married.
girls.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
You married Kat Dennings?
Yeah.
It's a good-looking couple.
Now you're interested. Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Now you have piqued my interest.
Yeah. He's a fun guy to go see live. He's played Riot Fest.
He does Riot Fest almost every year.
Yeah, he wasn't there last year though.
He basically wasn't seen all of last year.
Oh.
But he's back in the public spotlight now.
Okay.
He got married. Hey, if I was married to Kat Dennings, I'd make myself known too.
Know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Case
All right.
Case wouldn't be shaking with that.
No, he would shake so much. He would look like a palm tree during a hurricane.
I wouldn't know what to do with that.
Okay, Kenzie, what do you got for
No,
our,
that was it. Just party hard.
our weekend Q101? Just party hard, everybody.
Yeah, that was it. No, I finished. Okay, so tonight, Q101 and Miller Lights got the Not So Silent Night. It's an ugly sweater competition. So Lauren's going to be there. That's
yeah.
her gig, so she's going to be turning up. And you know her, she be drinking. So that'll be fun. And that is from 7 to 10. It's at Fatport in Wicker Park. And for real, do the ugly sweater thing because you can win $500. There's a prize.
Damn.
So very fun.
All right. Again, that's at Q101.com. I want to throw out there for the weekend Q101, my boy, Steve Byrne. Things were so hectic this week, I actually lost track. I would have had him come in and hang out on the show, so next time for sure. But Steve Byrne is at the Chicago Improv. He is one of the funniest mofos and nicest guys. He's playing tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. So 2 shows tonight, 2 shows Saturday. That's over at Woodfield Mall in Schaumburg, of course, Chicago Improv. Go check it out. He's a partner with Vince Vaughn and tons of stuff. He was on that TV show. It was his show, actually, Sullivan and Son on TNT. Amazing time. I guarantee, I don't care what kind of comedy you're into, because there's different levels of what you find funny. You will laugh your ass off at Steve Byrne his entire show.
That's your boy.
He's my boy. He's a great guy and a great show. So go check that out. Again, all the information at Q101.com on Case's Weekend Q101 blog, because there's a ton of other stuff on there. So get on it. Check it out and get out and do something this weekend. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. You can start texting in your takeaways. 312-591-8300. Something from the entire week of shows with Brian and Kenzie and Q101. Text in.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Lauren coming in next. Take you through the rest of this good-looking Friday. And remember, tomorrow morning on Q101, 8 to 10, it's Brian and Kenzie Throwbacks. So listen, 8 to 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Of course, the podcast is there for you, too. So 312-591-8300. Takeaways from today's show. Case, what do you got?
Trucker Mike, our good friend, he checked in. He said, takeaway per Brian, the new name of the TV show Naked and Afraid is Ants in the Cracks.
Good one. It's a good one.
Kenzie, what do you got?
Kelly, takeaway, and this is her first one. She said Kenzie gave Brian and Case an anatomy class on what the name of the area between the balls and the rear end is.
That was a special show. Was that Wednesday?
That was Wednesday.
Okay, so you all got the podcast on there. Make sure you subscribe. And
What was it called? The Gladula?
It's something like that.
it was the glabula, which you mixed up with the taint.
I thought it was.
Fool me once, you know.
But hey, you glad.
I thought the taint was the nickname. The Gladula was
Right.
like the scientific.
Yeah.
Like say you have a burn on it and doctors are talking about it.
Uh-huh.
They're gonna be with the Gladula.
You know, the taint.
To put it in layman's terms.
And finally, short and to the point, 708 texted in takeaway. Sex gives Case Parkinson's.
That's true, unfortunately.
Not good.
I empathize with anybody struggling out there.
Oh,
boy.
Lord. You miss a moment, miss a lot. Check the podcast at Q101.com and anywhere you get your podcast. Make sure you like it and share. And also, our challenge for the weekend. Give the podcast to someone who doesn't know about the show. It's one person. All you got to do is share the podcast
That's
with
gonna
them.
be easy to find.
Sure. Hey, like who? Who? Check it out. The Brian and Kenzie podcast, the Morning Crew podcast at Q101.com and anywhere you get your podcasts.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.